The Thames runs slow and grey this April afternoon.
In 1536. Carrying a covered barge toward the southeastern corner of the fortress.
Inside, a prisoner sits in silence,
Feeling the rhythm of the oars. Through the gap in the canvas, he catches his first glimpse
of what the condemned have seen for centuries.
Traitor's Gate.
The iron portcullis rises from the water like the teeth of some medieval beast.
Green with algae, where the tide marks its twice daily rise and fall.
The stonework around it is slick.
Perpetually damp, impossible to climb.
This is the intake valve of the prison system. A water gate that cannot be blockaded by London's restless crowds. Faster than any road through the city's tangled streets. And utterly unavoidable once the barge enters the channel. The architecture reveals its purpose in brutal simplicity. While the main gates face the city. Subject to observation and potential riot.
Traitor's Gate faces the river.
The iron rings set into the walls have held countless ropes.
And the stone steps rise from the water at an angle calculated for both high and low tide.
This is engineering in service of inevitability. The barge slides beneath the arch. The sound changes, water slapping against enclosed stone.
The creak of wood against iron. The portcullis descends behind him with the finality of a sentence pronounced.
He has entered the machine.
The prisoner steps onto the wharf, and the paradox reveals itself immediately. He is not descending into a dungeon.
He is standing in a city.
The outer ward stretches before him, 18 acres of organized chaos. To his left, the rhythmic clang of the blacksmith's hammer echoes from the forge. The smell of baking bread drifts from the ovens near the Royal Mint, where silver pennies are being struck. With the same methodical precision that governs every aspect of this place. Guards walk their circuits. Servants carry water. A raven picks at something in the courtyard. This is the genius of the concentric design.
The fortress consists of 3 nested rings of defense. Outer curtain wall, inner curtain wall, and the White Tower at the center.
Each ring operates independently. The outer ward can mint the realm's currency, house the royal menagerie,
billet 500 soldiers, while prisoners rot in the inner sanctum.
Completely unaware of the lions pacing in their cages just 200 yards away.
The system is self-sustaining. Wells provide water. Storehouses hold grain enough to outlast a siege. The armory contains weapons for a small army. This isn't merely a prison. It's a military machine that happens to contain cells.
A city fortress that can pivot from pageantry to punishment without missing a beat.
The prisoner walks between these 2 realities. Bakers knead dough, while condemned men count their remaining hours.
The same walls that display royal standards also bear the scorch marks of executions.
The tower doesn't separate these functions, it integrates them.
Creating a space where normalcy and terror occupy the same ground.
They lead him toward the inner ward now, passing beneath the bloody tower.
Above him, the White Tower dominates the skyline.
Like a fist of pale stone thrust into the London sky.
William the Conqueror didn't build this structure to protect Londoners.
He built it to crush them. Construction began in 1078, just 12 years after Hastings.
And every dimension communicates the same message: Norman supremacy.
The walls rise 90 feet from their foundation, 15 feet thick at the base.
Point solid Kentish ragstone imported across the channel.
The same stone that built the abbeys of Normandy.
This is colonization in architecture. The design is pure Norman brutalism.
The walls present almost no openings at ground level. No windows for archers to target.
No doors for rams to splinter. The few narrow slits that pierce the stone are positioned for defense.
Not for the comfort of those inside.
The corners are reinforced with cream-colored limestone from Caen,
creating vertical stripes that draw the eye upward, making the tower appear even more massive than its actual dimensions. From street level, a medieval Londoner would crane his neck and see nothing but looming stone.
No decorative elements, no welcoming archways, just the blunt fact of power.
90 feet of it, visible from every corner of the city.
The message was architectural. Rebellion, ends here. The prisoner understands this now, as the guards march him past.
The White Tower isn't a part of the prison system. It is the system.
The central processor of a machine designed to remind England's nobility
That royal favor is temporary, but royal stone is eternal.
The door to the Beauchamp Tower cell closes. The lock turns with the quiet, practiced click of a mechanism that has secured hundreds of prisoners before him. The candle gutters in the draft.
The cell measures 12 feet by 8. A single window, barred and narrow, lets in the last grey light of evening.
The floor is stone. The walls are stone. Everything is stone except the wooden bed frame and the bucket in the corner. But it's the walls that draw his attention.
They are covered in messages from the dead.
Here, carved with painstaking precision, is a family crest. The 5 wounds of Christ.
Rendered in intricate detail by someone who had months, perhaps years, to perfect the design.
Below it, a line of Latin script, each letter carefully formed despite the crude tools available. On the opposite wall, a calendar of unknown purpose. Columns of marks tracking time.
In a place where time has ceased to have meaning. This is the torture method reserved for high-status prisoners.
No rack, no thumbscrews, just time. Endless, crushing, purposeless time. The Tower's system recognized that noblemen couldn't be broken with common pain.
Their bodies were protected by centuries of aristocratic privilege, but their minds could be shattered.
By removing the one thing that defined their existence: purpose.
The stones always win.